What's up? Welcome to Moon or Dust, episode 21. I'm here with Ash. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Mr. Octan commenting first. He cheated. It was a minute before we went live, but glad to see Guerrilla Labs in the building with a wonderful captain from Meme Land, if I do say so myself. Glad to have everybody here. We have a ton to talk about this week. Finally, we get NFT collection that does well. We got some tokens to talk about and just what's going on in the general market. Ash, sir, how are you doing?
Yeah, like I was saying before the show, I'm in massive pain. Back hurts really bad. I slept weird. Yeah, there's a lot going on in terms of meme coins, and I've been enjoying it a lot. But yeah, there's been some weird shifts. Like I feel like people are still farming Blast, but I feel like I don't see it as much, and I feel like everything just changes super quick. So let's just jump into it.
Jump right into it. Let's see what we got first here. Let's talk about the Roaring Kitty stuff. I'll pull it on screen. How do I get? Boom. There we go. Roaring Kitty came back. Actually, let me get the tweet. He came back and he tweeted his position. And him tweeting his position, people realize, like, wait, if it goes to a certain price, he's going to be a literal billionaire from a meme stock. I did see some interesting tweets on it. Like, he's pretty much kept, GME alive, which it's pretty funny. Like, hey, they would have gone bankrupt. They should put him on the board of directors. It'll be hilarious if he's worth $1 billion from this stock. Look, there's not enough liquidity, I don't think, or there's not enough demand for the stock for him to sell his entire position and make $1 billion out of this thing. But it's still funny. And I think what this can do for, a lot of people, especially from last cycle, are going to see this and, they're going to want it. So they're going to start to chase it. Maybe they're going to YOLO into some stocks, some option trading. But then if you remember a few weeks ago when he came back, he was tweeting a lot of videos and some of them included meme coin references. So I think a lot of people are hoping that he brings people into the meme coin world. Especially when I was seeing, when he first tweeted, I saw on Instagram, a lot of people were saying, like, okay, GME and AMC, next is going to be like Nokia, BlackBerry, and then Doge. So the final stop was supposed to be Doge. It didn't happen, but hopefully we do get a nice little meme coin run, or we get some people coming into meme coins from this guy posting. But I'm hoping to see him make some good money. He's what's annoying for Web2 people is the stock keeps getting halted, dude. How is this like? This is the classic meme. Web3 fixes this. Crypto fixes this. Like, dude, I'd be so mad if the stock is going to fly through the moon and every time they're halting my stock because it's going too crazy. Like, I don't know when it's going to, dude, it pisses me off so much that I can't trade stocks after 4 p.m. or 4:30. And then they do things like this where they halt it. Obviously, if the stock's tanking, you want them to halt it. But when it's going up and they halt it, it's just like, what's going on?
I mean, I don't think that they should be halting stocks at all. I find it to be pretty messed up because, like, obviously it's different, but like in crypto, you don't halt trading on anything. And I find this to just be such an attack on the stock market by this dude. I mean, obviously that's like why he's doing it. This has been a whole meme for years now. And it's like the stock market is supposed to be this place where people can invest their money and, oh, it's safe. Like it's not a big deal, but it is super manipulated. And whenever it is not manipulated in their favor, or like a hedge fund or something is going to get cooked in a situation like this, oh no, then now they halt it because they don't want people to get screwed. And I mean, there are some people, and I'll even say this, there are some people and some funds that have been shorting this stock, and they've been like trading this stock, and I'm just like, why? Like, that this is like the stock that people would most likely want to try to manipulate. Why would you even like bother?
Yeah, I mean, I guess some people already have positions in. What I'm wondering, did you see that he's going live in 90 minutes? Like, what do you think, dude?
I gotta watch
what do you think happens with GME here? Because like it's corrected, it's gone down.
The shitcoin?
Yeah.
I mean,
GME and Kitty, they've both corrected from their recent pumps when he posted his position. I'm on the daily,
So
I'm on the 1 hour chart. So it did pump when people found out he was gonna stream again.
yeah, yesterday when that went up, and I saw that he was going to be streaming, I said to myself, this is going to be like, it's going to run leading into the stream. Anything after that, I don't know. I was going to trade that, but I ended up deciding, like, right at that same time, there was another coin that came up. And so instead of putting like Solana into GME, I just decided to trade all day. Um, because I had a feeling it would run, and there's a lot of good traders that I was seeing, whether on Twitter or in groups and stuff, and they sized into it pretty heavily. So they knew that it was a good trade, and it was. But to answer your question, like what happens? I don't know. I don't really know. If he says like bullish stuff and if he's like goofing around and shit, then yeah, I think it could move.
Why wouldn't he, dude? He has a potential $1 billion position. Whether he's gonna come on and be negative here. I mean, dude, there's 70,000 or 60,000 people waiting. It's in 90 minutes. It already has 44K likes, and
That's so insane. It's for this guy has. I just think about this. Think about how much power this dude has. Like, can you believe this? There's GCR in crypto, and then there's this dude, and it's like, how is this dude? I mean, I know how, but it's like, could you imagine being a person that had this much power to move markets?
and then you got like the people going on TV complaining like he has too much power. But how is this any different from when Jamie Dimon goes on TV and floods Bitcoin?
No, it's all about the narrative. It's all about like these people, they don't like that. I mean, this is the big thing, is that the media and the governments and whatever, they don't really want normal people to have opportunities like this, like they don't want this to happen. They want to keep people as controlled as possible, because if this were to happen more often, then it would just be total chaos. Like, it would, because it's kind of like if you look at meme coins, it's like, oh, like one meme coin did well, and then boom, like now there's tons of coins that are like dropping all over the place and anybody can make money. But the boomers just haven't really figured out about meme coins yet, I feel like.
Nor will they.
No.
Unless there's like an ETF. It's like a nice idea, but yeah, it's too far out of there. You'd have to learn way too much to actually get into it. But I mean, did you see yesterday? Was it yesterday? Yeah, Robinhood bought Bitstamp.
No, I didn't actually see that.
Yeah, so they completely did a 180. Like they went from banning all these coins, they banned like Solana and all that, to now they purchased a crypto exchange. Let me pull it up here. Showing like this shows a lot, right? It shows they believe in Web3. They believe it's going to make them money. Right here. Oop, I'm not streaming. Yeah, here. So they bought Bitstamp. So this is like a seal of approval. Like they approve of crypto now. They think it's worth them spending, I don't know how many millions. I think I saw somewhere it was like 260 million. I could be wrong. I don't know how many millions they spent on this, but it shows that they think it's worth it, that they're going to make it back in fees, and that it's here for a long time. You don't go buy something like this if you think this is like a short-term thing. So it seems a lot of the haters are turning around, and maybe this is a way, or this is an exchange. But if they integrate it into Robinhood somehow, and we start getting a lot more tokens available on Robinhood, again, keep in mind when you buy on Robinhood, you weren't able to transfer out. So people who are buying Doge and stuff like that, didn't they force sell people's crypto when they started banning stuff?
I think I remember something like that.
Because Robinhood was the exchange that everybody was using in the last cycle to buy GME, and then they blocked people from buying it. You could only sell your GME, not buy it, which was funny because if you're not allowed to buy, who's buying? It was the people who needed to defend their shorts, and they needed stocks.
Yep. No, it is cool. It's definitely cool to see.
Which ecosystem are you most bullish on for this cycle for meme coins? Solana? Yeah, right now I have a lot of positions in Solana's. I mean, I think some of the ETH, basically I have Pepe, I have Mog. I need more WIF. And then I have smaller coins on Solana. I think it's the easier ones to trade, man. And then I do think we're about to get a very good base cycle. I mean, all the we're going to talk about meme coins in a bit, but a lot of the meme coins, where's Brett? Dude, Brett has been on an absolute run, like headed to 2 billion. And I think there could be corrections, but I think this thing just keeps going. It's going to be the number one coin on coin or on base. And then, now with Coinbase releasing that new wallet, if this thing just gets listed, it's just going to go to multiple billions. This thing is absolutely running. The other one that I don't have any Brett. I feel I missed the train, even though I do believe it's going to keep going up. So it's stupid of me to say that, but I did buy some Toshi, and I'm up here. I'm up like 15% on my purchase. I bought the dip. I guess I bought really the dip of the dip. That's dope. So yeah, I got some Toshi, and then I might have some other random small holdings for base coins, but I do think we're about to get a really good base run, and I'm going to be looking to pick up more tokens on base. Who's buying Barrett? I don't see it on my timeline at all. No, I see it all the time. I mean, Crash has really been pushing it. I see a lot of people who got in through his like YouTube videos and stuff. And I mean, dude, Luke Belmar shilled Brett, right? I wonder how many millions he got paid. But let me pull it right here. You got Luke Belmar shilling Brett. So he has a large following. I mean, how many followers does he have? 500,000. He has a large following, but he has a large following of people who want to get rich, right? It's like the typical like Andrew Tate audience, people who are focused on money. So him shilling Brett, and he's giving away a Lambo, or what is this, McLaren? He's giving away a McLaren, and he shilled it around $1 billion. So anybody who bought into his call you're up. Yeah. No, I do think we're gonna. I forget how we got. Oh yeah, we were talking about Roaring Kitty, and we somehow got to Brett. But yeah, Roaring Kitty's back. I definitely think it's worth tuning in to his live stream to see what he says. I mean, this can full send a market. So this is happening at 12 p.m. Eastern. So in 80 minutes, a little bit, basically when we end our stream, if we go a little bit over. Yeah. Now jumping into, let's go to NFTs. Before we get to mints, what do you think about crypto? You want to buy a punk, sir? Can I sell you a punk?
Yeah, punks are down. No, I know that historically buying when everyone says that they're dead is the play. It's just not. It's just really not like where I want to put money at all. It's kind of like the thing is there's so many meme coins, and like meme coins is the sector that is going to. I mean, it already is leading. Like in terms of percentages, it's the leading category. And so for me, when I think back, like holding big clunky NFTs like a CryptoPunk that's 29 ETH, like 29 ETH is still like 120K. And the question is like, do I think that I could, if you're talking about like a flip, like what would you expect to flip it for? Right? Would it be 40 ETH? Right? Like, yeah, that's still like 40K. But am I willing to risk 120,000 to make 40K? And if I was, then I would much rather risk that 120,000 on like Trump or Pepe or any of these coins. Like I would rather disperse it amongst like 5 or 6 coins that are like the top leaders in like the meme coin category. And I feel like not only am I way more liquid, but I also have a much higher ceiling. So yeah, that's like the way that I think about it in my mind. So no, I'm not buying a punk, even though it's like always been kind of like a dream. I don't know. It's not, I've already been here with other NFTs in the past that were too big that I was holding, and I got too attached to it and I ended up getting cooked. So I really don't want to get back into that.
Yeah. There's a big difference though between like a trade versus I want my forever PFP. One, you should never have a forever PFP that's worth this amount of money unless you are significantly richer than this. If you're going to have it as a PFP, you can have it, and then at one point your goal should be to sell it. You're here to make money. I think every time I've done that, the forever PFP, I've lost money.
dude, the thing is like, if you really wanted to, this sounds like, I can't believe I'm saying this, but like, dude, if you want a punk, just like go find one that you like and just right click save it and use it. Like,
No, no, no. I
or
wouldn't.
get,
It's not worth. I don't know. That's
or,
horrible for your brand. That's.
well, I'm saying like get a derivative punk, you know, like
Yeah, but
there's
what's the
so,
point? Then just don't get a punk. Get something else, or just put put your face. I don't know.
well, yeah. I don't think like,
Do
I
AI
don't,
like you know?
yeah, dude, like I just don't think that, I don't think that's using like a punk. Like, let me ask you a question. If you spent 120K on a punk, do you think that you would get 120K worth of value out of it?
No, I think the only punks that I really like care about are the people who already have a punk and it's been established in my mind. When I see a new one, I guess I always question. You question, do they actually own it? There is still a factor though. Oh, this person has a PFP worth 100K, but no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do it. But yeah, sales going under 30. It's worrying. Obviously, there's less sales here. Most of the sales happen on their actual website, and then I saw when they went to Magic Eden, the manipulation of sales was crazy. Like people were wash trading back and forth, like 60 ETH for floor punks. I guess just to get volume to make to make it stand out on Magic Eden. But I found that pretty funny. But yeah, it's sad to see. But to answer your question though, yeah, where's the trade? Yeah, if you're buying at 30 and you're happy getting 40 out of it, fine. But it's like you said, like I'd rather put that in an altcoin or a meme coin and just
You know what I've
make that
noticed,
money.
speaking of punks, this one dude in the chat said something about, he said any if you buy a punk, anything you say on Twitter is gospel. You know what's really weird is that, so last year, 2 years ago, having like a bored ape or a mutant was like the thing. Like that was like it. And I feel like, first of all, now not only have I seen a ton of people that had bored apes, they're all miladies now. Like
Yeah.
all of them, like all of them use miladies or Remelios. And it's, that to me is so crazy because like if you look at Franklin, like him specifically, Gold Ape moved into milady. Jamster, who tweeted or he responded to my tweet earlier. Yeah, milady. Yakuza Daddy, he's one of my friends. I know it's like, whatever, but like, same thing. And it's just like, when did this shift happen? Was it, I think it was shit coins, but like, I think there was like a moment where everyone was just like, they got tired of the board, like board apes didn't hold as much weight in terms of like their voice. And now it's like the milady is just like the voice.
Yeah, I guess it's culture, right? Apes kind of lost. I mean, there still are a lot of apes and people who love apes, but yeah, they kind of lost their culture. I guess when it became really more corporate, and now it's all around about the game, and then they kind of just stopped caring about what the core of apes is or is supposed to be, and it's like this club, and like exclusive club for rich monkeys who don't give a shit. And now, yeah, the culture shifted over to miladies, and miladies are a much easier entry. And some of the top traders for meme coins, they all rock miladies. So you want to be part of that club. You want to be part of the group, similar how everybody wanted to be part of the ape group. Now everybody wants to be part of miladies group. So everybody's rocking miladies. And it's just an easier one to have. And there's different collections. There's like the Remelios, and that's a much cheaper entry, and it's still like it's acceptable, right? A lot of people probably can't tell the difference. Is this Peyton in the chat shilling meme coins, dude? He's shilling a political meme coin. I had seen Scott. Yeah, if he's the leading VP candidate if Trump wins, I had seen that. I don't know what the price is at though. That's the reason I didn't get a milady. What's the reason?
Dude, everyone has a milady.
Oh, okay. I see. What I don't want to put it on screen, but DJ brought it up here. He said, "What's this?" There's like a negative story behind miladies, and some teen did something with like a cult connection.
Dude, there's all
I don't
sorts
know
of
all that.
bullshit. There's been a ton of like Like Charlotte,
Milady's is very 4chan, you know, that style of humor where it's like dark internet humor, anything goes. It's the dark
yeah,
side of the internet. Yeah.
yeah. But like the one good thing is that like nobody cares anymore. Before there was like this whole thing of like, oh, miladies, like they represent this or whatever. And it's just like back in the day, people would say, like, oh, if you're repping that, then like, you know, you're a dick. But nowadays it's like it doesn't matter. Like nothing really matters at all. Couple things. One, I remember 2 years ago, if you had an account on Twitter and you had more than 5,000 followers and you were shilling a token, like you were basically considered just like a pump and dumper. And I remember it being like very like out of left field. Like people would come, they would come at you and they would be like, oh, like, you know, you're shilling to your followers. But it's like now everyone shills to everybody and nobody cares. Now like you can basically just do whatever you want. Like everybody's been rugged so many times. Like you remember Ben.eth, like you now this Sahil guy that's going and doing all these celeb coins. It's like I think people as time went on, people realized like there's no repercussions. And so people are like, why am I spending my time trying to like make sense of this industry when it's just there's no like overarching leadership. It's just a fucking free for all. That's it. And so I think people got tired of like trying to police the space. And instead they're like, well, I'm just going to go make money instead.
Yeah, the Hulk Hogan thing. We'll talk about that. Yeah, agreed, dude. And I think that's what they should do. Like, whenever I see somebody, you know, trying to, even on YouTube, dude, I see video like we spoke about Luke Belmar before. I'll see videos about like Luke Belmar or Aman Ghazi, and it's like a 20-minute FUD video about how like he lied about his back. It's like, dude, who gives a shit? Like, what? Don't focus on this stuff. Just focus on making money. It's the same thing in Web3. Look, if people are stealing money and they're dropping drainers and stuff, that's wrong. That's completely
Yeah,
wrong. But
no,
when
for sure.
people are getting mad at celebrities and like, I can't wait for the SEC to step in. Like, really, now you want Gary to make some decisions on tokens here. Yeah, just who was it? Degen Spartan? I don't know why he deleted the tweet. I always repeat it, but it was everything's a scam. Just shut up and make money. Like that's a good model to live by.
No, yeah, for sure. Like, and that's why like it's funny whenever I see in like a Discord or in the comments of something. I actually saw this. This is a good one. I want you to pull this up real quick if I can or if I can find it. Just real fast. Yeah, I found it. Let me send this to you in a second. Yeah, let me pull this up and then I'll send. Oh yeah, here we go. Here you go. All right, click in Discord DMs, click this and then pull this up. And I'll show you what it is, because this is like exactly perfect example of what you just said. So basically Cooker, so he's one of the best like shitcoin traders in the space. And so if you go look at the comment that House Cat posted, right?
You're gonna get rugged.
Yeah, he goes, you're going to get rugged on this father coin. And then Cooker said, how are you going to get rugged on secured profits? And he says, as long as you get out in time, it's a rug incoming. And then what ended up happening was it mooned. Like this guy posted this at like 500K, or Cooker posted it like really early, and then it went to like 10 million, which this is the coin that I traded yesterday too. But it's just funny because like people will say this, they're like, yeah, the rug is incoming. It's like, dude, these are all like scams. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know what you're talking about. Like,
Anybody playing in this arena, you better know what you stepped into. Like, none of these have long lifetimes except the ones that magically like catch lightning in a bottle. Like, look at all the celeb coins that launched, and her mother did well, but Iggy's actually joining stages. She's constantly posting. She's in the trenches, you know, engaging with people. She understands the culture, making memes. That's the only one that stood out. Everything else went to zero. If you need to understand that that's going to happen. I think everybody just wants to they want it to be so easy where they buy a token and it moons to $1 billion and they're rich because they see everybody else doing it. A lot of this stuff, guys, is, you know, inside. Who holds like a token, a random token you never heard anything about? Who's going to put in 10K into it and hold till like 20 billion? You need to have big balls, or you have info, things that are going on behind the scenes. I saw a post on TikTok about Mother specifically, and it's a typical post like, track this wallet turned $5 into 20 billion, and he's like, he bought here and he sold and he sold, or he held till here, and it was with Mother. But remember, with Mother, there was like a 3-hour period where the token was live, but she hadn't tweeted the contract address. He bought literally within the first minute, or within the first. So it's like, yeah, that's not really a wallet that how do you the guy put in a shit ton of money into it. How are you going to put all that money into a token that you know nothing about, unless either one, you're gambling with like a few $100, or two, you knew something. So whenever I see those wallets, so there are things like that where people know stuff. But if not, like, dude, a lot of us are getting lucky, or we're gambling. Like, we're just gambling. And it's like you said, Cooker's a really good trader, and he does have an army behind him. Just like Roaring Kitty, right? If Roaring Kitty posts a meme coin right now, how many people are gonna ape that? A lot of people are gonna ape it, but it's probably eventually gonna go to zero.
People like to give meme coins and like everything a hard time. Like, everyone just calls everything a scam and a rug. And it's like, even look at the Hulk Hogan thing yesterday. Like, that clearly ended up being a legitimate scam, right? And I still made money on it. Like, I made money and I was out of the trade before his account got like totally deleted, and apparently like he got hacked, because that's like what's happening, is that all these big celebrities, well, some big celebrities are getting hacked. Like, someone's trying to hack Joe Burrow, who's like, an NFL QB, and it's just weird to see, but like, this is just what's happening. And it's like, you got to realize that regardless of whether it's a scam or not, like, there's still money to be made, like, trading these things. Like, that's the whole point, is like, people that trade shit coins, they don't care if it's a scam, as long as there's volume and you can trade it. Like, that's really it. I personally, I don't care at all.
What was the scam narrative? Wait, dude, can I share my screen because I thought the tweet was going to get deleted. So I recorded the video that he made. And in the video, didn't he talk about like pump? He mentioned the word pump and stuff, or was that just in the tweet itself? Wait, I also have a screenshot of the tweet.
Dude, I'm like pretty confident that video is AI.
That's a good AI video, dude. It's getting really hard to tell if that was. I'm 70 years old and don't know much about these cryptocurrencies, but I know how to school these punks with the pump. There's like a pump.fun reference, but also pump in crypto, and show them who the real champion is. Was that video AI? Wait, let me watch.
Yeah, I think it was. At least that's what I was seeing from it. But yeah, yesterday I traded Hulk and I traded Father. I cooked yesterday. Dude, I was cooking yesterday. I made like 95 SOL.
That's dope, dude.
Off of those coins.
Where was the alpha call? Where's my DMs?
Dude, I got out of the Hulk coin like 10 minutes before it ended up like getting, it dumped to like 1 million. I was so lucky.
Okay, here it is. So can you hear audio?
No.
Okay. Yeah. It's just a random video. I don't think he mentions the token. So it could be that he got his account hacked, but that's pretty fun. These hackers are smart, dude. They know what they're doing.
I just don't know how it keeps happening.
Yeah, I don't think it was AI. It could have been a real video of him just talking about anything, like talking about wrestling. But yeah, before we talk about more meme coin stuff, because I think we can go on for hours, I did want to jump to NFTs, sir, because we did finally get a good NFT mint. Nothing crazy, like 1 ETH profit, But Blastin' Pepe's, a collection. Even me, dude, even me, I wasn't. Everybody was asking me, "Do you think it's going to cook? Do you think it's going to cook?" I was like, "It's a 10K. The mint price was 0.069 ETH on Blast. But what's good is Blast. There's very little fees. That's already good, and it's a 404, so it's linked to a token. So they don't need to sell out the collection for it to, because it's a 404, right? There's a token. There's something about them not needing to sell all the NFTs. What worried me was they, well, I just read DJ's comment. What worried me was that they had so many whitelists, and a lot of the 404s that I have experienced with, like Asterix or I guess what was the other one? It was like Pandora. They did very little whitelists. I guess that's something to do with the token. Like, look, I can't explain this stuff, but this one actually did well, dude. It was like a 2x flip, you know, at one point, even a little bit higher than a 2x flip. It was ranging. It would go down. I wish this showed even more, but at one point it went down like 0.09. People were worried. There was a lot of listings coming in, but now there's a lot less, actually. I guess a lot of people are also staked on Wasabi. But I was happy that this one did good, man. The frogs. I tweeted like, "Hey, all these frog collections are doing good." Like Frux did really well, which you and I both forgot to mint, or I was AFK. This one doing well, and then Borpa, obviously the one that everybody wants. Luckily, I had whitelist for this. You as well. We both got them for our groups, but this thing is so hyped. I saw sales for this for like $3,500 in a couple of the whitelist selling servers. Do you think that's manipulated by the team, or do you actually think it was trading for $3,500?
I don't know. I really have no idea. I don't know. Like that's the best thing the best way I can put it. I have no clue. I do think it's going to do really well though, but I don't know if, because people have been asking me, they're like, "Do you think that this is going to be like a 100x?" And my thing is like, it's impossible to really know, but I would not be surprised if this, because you had to put in $200 if you got whitelist. I wouldn't be surprised if people made like 3K on this. Like, I find that to be like a nice, like a very conservative estimate. But there's some people that are like, this is going to 10K plus. I'm
So
gonna make
I
money.
did, yeah, 10K plus. You would need a 280 mil FDV for your $200 to be worth. That's a 50x. Because the whitelist was at 5.6 mil FDV. So, I mean, for a meme coin, 280 mil isn't unheard of. But keep in mind, whitelisters and public sale, because they're going to have a public sale, they get 100% of their tokens on day one. How much do you think that's going to hold it back?
Well, here's the thing from my perspective. Like, I feel like, let's say that this, with how much excitement is on this, if this dumps when it
It's going to
first
get scooped.
launches, what?
It's going to get scooped.
I would buy. That's exactly what I was going to say. If this dumps immediately on launch, I would buy this with size. Like,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are viewing it that way. And it's like, I'd be interested to see how this plays out, because one thing that I've started to see some other, like, some of these NFT agencies that they think that they're like experts of giving out like whitelist and making sure that they get in the right hands, and that they're making, us do a million things for them. They're starting to like do this thing where they're like, "Oh, you could get whitelist for like an allocation in a token," which I don't really love that. um One of the reasons why I think, and this is like a larger conversation, but one of the reasons why I think that NFTs like kind of slowed down was because of how gatekeepy it was, and because of the fact that like regular people that didn't have like a ton of time to spend on their computer like couldn't get whitelist for a lot of stuff, and so they just would never trade it. But I think with coins, it's like so different, because anybody can get in at any given point. You can put in as much money as you want into any given coin. So, and you can get out too without like, having someone needing to buy your NFT. So I don't know. I think that because it's whitelist, there could be like, maybe I don't know. Like I generally in the past, when I've seen like whitelisted or pre-sale, like a very exclusive pre-sale for tokens like this, it's cooked for the people that got pre-sale. But It hasn't done well over time, but one, I think this has a lot of attention. Two, I think that the market is really good for it. And I also think that people are just so excited for it that I think it does well. Like I said, I would probably buy an initial dip if I saw it.
Agreed. I think the meme coin market right now is really hot, and they have they have all these Ponzi. Not it's gamified, right? I wonder how much the team is expecting people to play the game and actually stake their or add the tokens to the pool to be making more tokens, especially from the whitelisters versus like the whitelisters that are looking to just make a quick 5Gs. Time will tell.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see. I'm excited for Borpa though. Like if I see it open and it dumps super hard, I would size into it. I don't think that it just goes down only. Like I really don't. Um, but yeah, we'll wait and see. But until then, like I'm just gonna keep trading other coins. Like I'm having such a good time trading coins, and I was having this conversation in my Discord the other night where people are just like, well, I don't, I don't feel like I'm good at coins. Like I miss like, just minting and flipping things. And I was like, yeah, well, that's like the easy, that's it. It's like, it was too easy, like to make money that way. And it's like the gap on that really closed in where like Frux, like that was a good whitelist mint and flip. But you also could have just bought Frux and you could have made money on that too. I think that there's a lot of people in the NFT space that are they don't like taking risks. Like it's like a very it's a lot more common than you would think. There's like this mindset that people that like generally trade NFTs, like they just want to mint and flip. Like a lot of people that are in NFTs that don't trade coins, they don't trade coins because it's like harder. And it's like, yeah, it is harder, but
You
there's
have to put your
also
money on the line.
yeah, but that's how it is. Like the people that are on the timeline that are making the most money are risking the most. Like it this is one thing that I think happened is in 2021 I feel like it was like there was way less supply of NFTs. Nobody knew how to launch them, so a lot of people wanted them. So there was like, oh, you get whitelist, you get access to this really exciting NFT and the price was really high. And then over time, like it just started to it diminished like how much. I mean, don't get me wrong, like there's still whitelist and stuff like that is worthwhile getting. And like both of us run groups and like that's part of like what we do. But I just think that because I've been talking to a lot of people and I've noticed that there is this common thing where people are like, I don't want to risk it. I don't feel like I'm good at it when like trading coins. And so they're just like stuck on only like trading NFTs. But not even really just like even trading and buying stuff on secondary. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I know it's like a long-winded thing.
No, dude, I completely agree. I was stuck in that mode for a very long time. Just trading my whitelists and making content. Alfredo here saying, yeah, when this is when you were talking about the control of how hard it was to get NFTs. The cabal. I mean, obviously, but if you think the cabal is bad for special treatment in NFTs, shit coins, it's significantly worse, dude. It's
Yeah.
significantly worse the amount of benefits they get. Borpa to a Billy. I hope so. Parker says he's full sending in public. I've heard this from a few people. You're going to go in 10 to 15K. I think the way public works is, let's say there's only 500K allocation left and $1 million gets invested. It's split. So instead of a $200 ticket, you would get a $100 ticket. I could be wrong about that. Plus, shout out to CJ. You're welcome, sir. Thank you for being a member of my group. He won Borpa in my group. With the whitelist, I'm going to have to wait a couple of days and week since this is the first. I know it's 100% unlock on TGE, but the token is only launching on, I think, the 26th. The 26th. DJ saying, I really don't like the idea of a whitelist for a meme coin. I mean, again, they had a pre-sale too, where some KOLs I got a small allocation in there for full disclosure, but I mean, I don't mind it. The other thing is, snipers getting in or like OTC deals to KOLs and stuff. So I don't mind that like the public is able to get in because they did properly distribute the whitelist to a lot of people. I think they were fair about how they did it. It's like another control of who gets to buy in. Yeah. But again, if not, it's going to be the snipers who are getting in and they're just going to dump it and it really hurts your coin. Like the coins who have done the best, and this is kind of what happened with Brett. It's when the team controls a lot of the supply and they control it properly and they use that money for marketing. Like, dude, Luke Belmar ain't shilling Brett for free. I could tell you that. How did it get him in? They had to pay him. How did they get that money? They had to control a portion of the supply, whether it's a public marketing supply or they just have it because they did a launch where they were able to get a big amount of tokens and now they're using it properly and they've managed to get this token to 2 billion. Like some people might be mad, like, oh, they're controlling supply. Dude, a token doesn't get to 2 billion on its own. I'm sorry, I'm just reading through the comments here. I see it as a hyped whitelist. That yeah, 26th of June. Thank you. Thank you, Octane. The main difference is that after a coin is released, everyone can put any amount of money and gamble with the high liquidity versus, well, you could still do that with NFTs. Well, it's lower liquidity, but I mean, you could still buy into the NFTs on the secondary and gamble. I mean, look at Blast and Pepe's. If you were trading it, it wasn't a high flip, but if you were buying, at 0.09, 0.1, and you were buying in size, you were able to make like half an ETH, and that's at current prices, it's thousands of dollars. So when are we launching a meme coin? Never. So I don't want to go to, if I went to Dubai, maybe I would have considered it, but now I'm staying in Canada. I don't want to go to jail, sir. Back to the NFTs. I thought Cityverse would do a lot better. Unfortunately, it seems to have failed to mint out. Maybe if I refresh, it'll. I didn't exactly follow what happened with this. I know Jonah was helping out. He was really bullish on it, but I'm shocked. I think it's the second project from Exterio. It's not from Exterio. Sorry, it's just on their launchpad. But I thought they would have some rules or something about it, like, hey, you need to have some market making or something going on. But yeah, it sucks to see this one.
So where is it at right now? I can't. It's kind of like small on the screen.
Oh, sorry. It's at 300 and you still can't see it. 375. Wait, actually, let me switch how I'm sharing my screen because right now it's a smaller version of the screen. Stop sharing, present, share screen. Boom. It's still small. Only less than 50% minted. Less than 50%.
Jeez.
No.
Interesting. So, yeah,
it happens. I mean, there wasn't enough interest. Everybody, dude, everybody's paying attention to meme coins. If you don't have a frog in your project, I guess it's not going to mint out. So, yeah, tokens doing well, dude. Carrot absolutely ripping. From the lows of, I think, was it 45 cents? I want to say, yeah, 45 cents, going all the way, pulling almost a 3x, dude, because they have really good partnerships. I started seeing people call this the Axie Infinity of this cycle. I mean, I hope that happens, dude. My bags would really like that, but we'll see. We'll see if we do get an Axie.
What's the market cap of this?
Right now, the market cap is 88 million, and the fully diluted is 1 bill.
See, now here's the thing. We've seen a lot of these gaming rounds, these investment opportunities and stuff. Wait, what's the fully diluted? Yeah,
1 bill. Yeah. So it's 88.8% basically.
Okay. Here's the thing. If instead of buying into a new investment round for one of these games or whatever, that like their game either like, it's not fully done, or if I don't know, like there's a lot of new stuff that's been coming out. Why wouldn't you just buy this token? Like My Pet Hooligan, their team is top tier. Their content is top tier. Their animations are top tier. Like everything that they do is great. The game is very fun. Like it's super unique. And
I don't know how many players they have for their game though, because I've jumped in to play it and it doesn't seem like this great. But I don't think that matters. I think I'm gonna jump on a call soon. I DM the team just to catch up. I think their AI stuff is a lot more interesting. Like the game is cool, don't get me wrong. I would love for them to build like a Bad Fur Day type of ecosystem or type of a brand, but I think their AI stuff is really where they're going to stand out, and people are underestimating them as an AI coin, and they
Yeah.
just see them as, oh, it's one game.
Yeah. Well, if you look at it overall, like, like why would I not? Because like I guess my point is like I'm super bullish on my pet hooligan. Like I feel like this is this is what the competition is. Like, why would I not just buy this token instead of like investing in a round that may be locked up forever? Like I feel like at 80 million, considering you look at some of these other tokens that have already launched that are way higher that have so much less than them. Dude, I'm buying some of this token later, actually. Now that I'm having this conversation. When we get off stream, I'm gonna buy this.
They're also doing here they say NFTs are dead, but the others, so it's a new collection that you could only get with Carrot. And then they say the first, I think LLM stands for language learning models. It's like AI stuff, powered collectible and unique personalities in a conversational AI character. So they had recently showed here their tech where he's having a conversation with the AI, and the AI is reading his face, his facial expression. If he leaves the screen and comes back, the AI recognized that he was gone. And I think this is where a lot of the tech is going. I mean, I've been looking at some of these rounds for projects that are doing stuff with like, more rated R content, let's say like an AI girlfriend. I think part of the challenge is getting an AI that tracks your history. That's what I ask when these projects are raising and they come to me. I'm always like, does it know who I am? Does it, if I talk to it once, because right now, if you close a chat GPT log and you start a new one, it has no idea your previous conversation, which always triggers me. I just wish it would remember. But that's what I want to see in a lot of this stuff. Like if there's an AI girlfriend, and I do think AI girlfriends are going to be huge in the future, I would invest in that, or I've debated like starting that, but it's very hard to do. You need to put all your focus there. If I think AI's girlfriend's going to need to know who you are. So if they're able to do that with this tech, that could be huge. But imagine just for kids, dude, a kid interacting with a character from a show that they love, a Disney show or a Pixar show or a My Pet Hooligan or their studio, AGMI, or is it or AMGI, interacting with the character from the studio, and the studio like knows them, is able to talk to them. That's also scary with a lot of like the woke agenda shit coming out of Disney. I wouldn't want a character pushing that shit on my kid, but I think there's so much potential. I think AI is extremely undervalued, dude. We do not realize how life changing AI is going to be.
We should research more of that and then look it up.
After my interview with Hustle the other day, dude, I posted it. I legitimately, one of the reasons I wanted to interview him was to reposition my bag, and I went to buy some of the tokens that we spoke about as like a long-term hold, just because I was like, yo, I have little exposure to AI, so I need more exposure. So I bought a few
I need
tokens.
more exposure.
Yeah. Somebody asked above if I prefer, I lost it now, I don't know if he's still here, but if I prefer Render or Tau. I don't know enough about Tau. I want to buy Render. I remember in a Becker tweet, he spoke about how Render was like a safer bet, so you're not going to get the multiples. So Render is one I still need to pick up, and then I got like PAL. I got a few others. I think I got OXO, and as like one of my more, I guess, risky bets to get a bigger multiple, I got, which some people still see it as not a risky bet, I got Node AI, which is GPU. But yeah, we definitely need more AI exposure, and just to understand it more. I'm looking for the deals. I'm looking for the investment rounds. It's just the ones that I've seen. Like it's like the fourth round that we get in at, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't. The other problem when you're investing in this stuff, dude, is like sometimes I'm just like, why do you need a token? Like, yeah, I love your product, and I've seen this product in Web 2, but why do you need a token? And that doesn't matter in Web 3. Like nobody. Why do a lot of these things need tokens? They probably don't. But now that I'm actually considering the use case of the product and how big it can get, I'm like, yeah, why does this need a token? Every
Yeah.
week I remind you, SK. Yeah. Skillful AI. I did the pre-sale. It performed really well. I'm already in profit. I invested 3K. I already sold for over $4,000, and now the rest is pure profit. I'm going to hold into the bull run. And I know Becker's going to be shilling that one. Scrolling through the comments here, there's a few that I wanted to address. Somebody says, Axie for Carrot, dream on. We'll see, sir. I really like them. Prime is the Axie. I bought Prime. I started buying in Prime. I've bought twice now, so I have 2 ETH worth of Prime. Hopefully it's worth more than that. And I'm going to buy some more. I know, Ash, you have a way bigger bag than me in Prime.
Dude,
I have
like
something.
I have like 50K in this coin now.
Yeah. Speaking of the Exterio mint, here he says Exterio should launch free mints, in my opinion, hoping for Last Odyssey. Last Odyssey actually just announced their details, right? As well as their wallet checker. This is a free mint. Let me share my screen here. Yeah, this is a free mint. It's going to be happening on the 11th of June. It's free, so no risk. But I know Exterio doesn't like the free mints. Or I mean, at least for themselves. I'm sure they'd partner with a gaming project that's going to cook. No worries, but there's no money to be made on a free mint. So it's like you're risking a lot, and you're going to look at what happened with a lot of like what was that project, that game where they promised the Xverse? Was it no, not Xverse? That's a wallet. Something verse. AOF verse, Army of Fortune verse, right? They promised a token and all this stuff, and then it went to zero, and they're like, wait, it was a free mint, and people are like, I don't care, I paid an ETH for your NFT, right? It's always risky doing a free mint, but this one is free, 888 supply. I think it's going to do well. I have whitelist for this. We also got the collab for my group. I'm sure Ash got it as well. So obviously we're biased here, but I think this one can do well. I love that nobody is talking about runes. We're so early. LFG. Yeah, I mean, I still see runes a lot, like NFT boys posting about it. Dog go to the moon has been absolutely pumping. I saw pups pumped as well. And I did see NFT boy posted about some token that like everybody was trying to figure it out. I didn't really look into this token. What was it called? Age of Aquarius. I didn't really follow this one, but I mean, at least on my timeline, dude, I see people talking about runes all the time. What I want to see, bro, is a pump for ordinals, bro. When's my ordinal bag going to go back up? My ordinal maxi biz is down here.
Yeah. So
everything's down.
Runes are weird because it's like they are. The thing about runes is like they're just not fun. Like it's just not. It's not fun to me. It feels just like NFTs. Like to me. Like I just, if it is what it is, like if you're just gonna call it, like yes, they're just like they're the same thing as BRC20s. Like they're just NFTs. Like it's not as, I don't know. It just doesn't feel as fun to me. And yeah, like it did dilute the ordinal ecosystem in a pretty big way, to where obviously so much more money is being put into runes instead of ordinals. Because if you think about it, a lot of the big ordinals are very expensive, 10, 20, 30K. But if you look at like some of the top like runes, then you can buy $100 worth, you can buy $200 worth. So it's like, if you want to trade something that has a lot of attention on Bitcoin, you can trade runes because you don't have to spend as much, but you can still get into something that has like a high market cap. So because of like you could just buy batches. So I think that's like the benefit, is that it allows people that don't have as much money to buy and trade the stuff on Bitcoin that has attention without
like
having to
fractionalized NFT, basically.
Yeah. I mean, exactly. So it's like, I understand why, if you are not loaded and if you have like 1,000 to trade, that runes are cool, because you can now trade something that has attention. Because like it's different if you're talking about an ordinal collection that launches and it's just a PFP and whatever, like, and then it just goes to zero. But like if you look at runes, I can get why. Like I understand why. I just don't really. My thing is like, I would just go rather trade something else. Like I would rather trade like ETH or Soul meme coins. Like that's the thing. Like that's kind of how my mind works with this whole thing. Is just
personal preference.
Yeah, it's totally personal. preference.
DJ, I see what you did there with runes, calling me out for how I pronounce it. Yo, good morning from Turkey. You better go see Lednon, KKO. There is so much more to Carrot too. Partnership with NVIDIA and Palantir, dude. Palantir, I remember that stock also popped up in the last meme run. I had invested in Palantir before all that. So when it started going up like crazy, I felt like so smart because I would look into Palantir a lot. I would watch all the interviews of the founder, and I was like, yo, this is government contract stuff. They're going to pump this. I did well, man. I bought in at like $10, sub $10 or sub, I don't know. I bought in from like near IPO prices, I guess. Maybe I'm completely full of shit. But I remember Forexing. I went to like $44. And then I started playing options on it and I got wrecked, bro. That was like my first experience with options. The game needs some music. Which game? I'm not sure what game you're talking about. If you're talking about My Pet Hooligan, they have custom music in My Pet Hooligan. And they have been in talks with OpenAI. Yeah, that's why, dude. People are underestimating it as an AI token. Okay, LLM is large language models. Thank you. The advantage of having an AI waifu is that she never nags you. I'm sure there's going to be AIs that simulate that. Some people like it, dude. You know, getting yelled at by a sexy Latina. Some people are into that. Yo, you bullish on Dune 404, the first ERC4? I am, sir. I am. Yeah, especially after seeing Blast and Pepe, I think it's going to get a lot of attention. And it's like I said, it's on base, and I think base is about to have a big run. They're pushing the wallet now. I thought it was going to come later. I thought it was going to be Blast launches, and then base is like, okay, now's our time. But I think because of the delay in Blast, which we had a whole narrative on Blast we were supposed to talk about as well. Because Blast delayed, now they're just like, screw it, let's go for it. I'm gonna rush through. Husky saying, do you hold Habibi too? I do, sir. I do. I called that in my server at 20. I posted it on Twitter as well. We spoke about it the past few streams, but I'm still holding. And I saw today they did get listed on an exchange. Let me show my bags here a little bit. And they're doing a trading competition. Yeah, so they got listed on Backpack, which is like an OG Solana exchange. And they're doing a trading competition for Habibi. So pump my bags, guys. Pump my bags. I hold this. So, yeah. If it starts with a free mint, it might look like free NFT. Yeah. So wait, other than the comments, I just wanted to keep running through our stuff because the show is going to go over. Altiverse launched this week. Actually, I have it here. They launched through a bunch of exchanges. It is currently sitting at a $550 million market cap. I had done some calculations here. So the NFT was 0.25 at the time to mint, and then you're able to burn it and get an allocation of the tokens, but it's vested over time. So I had done calculations like you needed it to be at $1 billion if you wanted to break even on TGE and the rest be profit. And even at 750, you only need 1 month. You only need 1 month and then you're in profit. It was $775 at the time. So after 1 month, right now we're at 550, although ETH is up a little bit. But yeah, we're at 550. So you're going to need 3 months to go by in order to break even. So what are they trading at right now? They're even higher. Did they pumped? I don't know why they pumped. Instead of people, if you're bullish on the token, just I guess because this is kind of how I look at meme land, right? You're able to burn this and get tokens. So they're looking at it like, okay, if I'm basically buying free money right now because it's going to be profitable after 3 months. So they're buying it, they were buying it at these lower prices at 0.33. And then you have to wait maybe now 4 months, but after that 4 months period, it's pure profit. So it's kind of like a way to, if you expect the token to hold these prices or to pump higher, it's like a no-brainer to do. That's kind of how I was looking at meme land as well. I was like, wait, my meme land right now is worth 20 grand and the floor is 13 grand. So if I believe they're going to be able to hold a 2 billion FDV with all the unlocks, there's a lot of unlocks, or go higher, it's like a no-brainer. For the next year, it's a no-brainer to buy captains. Minus the opportunity cost of buying something else, of course, because you're just getting free tokens. There's a 6-month cliff on Maybe that's for the investors. I don't think for the NFT. I could be wrong though. Yeah. And then outside of that, no, I don't think I had anything more here. Blast, sir. We had mentioned Blast. I mean, there's 3 airdrops that are potentially going to happen this month. 2 of them, one of them, I'm pretty sure ZK Sync's going to be happening. Rumors are that it's going to be happening on June 13th. After that, we know we are getting Blast on June 26th. That's going to be huge. And then here he says Layer 0 on June 31st. I don't think there is a June 31st. I'd have to look at my calendar. But hopefully we get all 3 in 1 month. That would be absolutely huge. But I have heard multiple people for a while now. I think it was supposed to be last month actually. So I do strongly believe we are going to see ZK Sync this month. I have heard the airdrop is going to be juicy. I faded this one, unfortunately, farming it. I chose between Layer 0 and ZK Sync, and I chose Layer 0 because I thought it was too late for ZK Sync. Huge fumble, I think. I dropped the bag here, but I do think there's going to be, some good opportunities. I think this is going to do very well. If you've been farming it and you qualify, I think it's GG. But this is going to be nice. A nice airdrop from ZK Sync, and then a nice airdrop from Blast if you've been accumulating points. And man, this is going to be so bullish. Thoughts?
Yeah, the thing about like ZK Sync and Layer 0 is just that like it took so long. Like they literally waited until like the bull came back. Like they knew what they were doing. Like this is why, obviously. I didn't farm it. I was just honestly like I
just paid some. I paid my friend runs a farming server, Drop Farmers.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah, I mean Blast though, like I think that Blast. Okay, let me ask you this question: what do you think it opens at?
I mean, a lot of the estimates I'm seeing is like, I think I saw people saying like 15 bill FDV and stuff like that.
Yeah, but what do you think?
I have no idea. I did not do the math, but I think that's 10 bill or whatever is very reasonable.
Yeah. If anything, like I don't feel as bad not farming Layer 0 and ZK Sync. I wish I had farmed Blast more, like earlier on when it first dropped, because it came out in like November or something like that. I wish I would have farmed that. Like if anything, like I'm a lot more bullish on Blast because of the attention and like everything that's going on with it than like ZK Sync and Layer 0. I don't know. It's just not as like there isn't as much attention on those. I feel like those are, this sounds dumb, but like I feel like those are known as just being like big farms, and like Blast is too, I guess.
No, Blast is very much known as a farm. Layer 0 and ZK Sync, I haven't done the homework. Layer 0, I think a lot of protocols are going to use it for stuff. So that there actually is utility. No, I think outside of our bubble, in the crypto world, a lot of people know this stuff, and there's same thing with like upcoming ones like Barachain and Monad. Like I think those are going to absolutely cook. It's just in our world, especially unless you had the pre-sale for it. Like, what's your reason to be bullish on it? I mean, I've been investing in stuff I did Kodiak, I did Ooga Booga as investments. I need stuff on Monad. Hopefully I can get some of those and we can bring him to WizCap. Little plug, WizCap, my investment syndicate. But no, I do think those are going to do really well. And for Blast, I mean, look, me predicting stuff, I did zero homework on this. I did zero math, so I'm just going to sound dumb. I can guess a trillion. It doesn't matter. Even last show or 2 shows ago when I said like, oh, it's probably going to be $1, $2 for gold, I was getting tagged left and right, like people dropping me equations and stuff. And I was like, okay, man, you're right. I have no idea what I'm talking about. What bothers me is I staked and I kind of just left my ETH there. And all it gave me was points. It didn't give you any gold. So I've been farming like crazy on things like Cambria. So I have next to no gold on this account right now. I mean, I have 90 million points, but I have no gold. But I think with the next distribution, especially, I think I'm going to cook on Cambria and some of these other ones when they finally pay out. Hopefully I do well. I should be at a few thousand gold after Cambria. That's what I'm predicting. But yeah, I really didn't put in the effort to farming this like I should have. I'm hoping the points do well, but from the estimates on the points, I really don't think it's going to pay that much. I saw an estimate, somebody say it's like 100K is 1 gold. So I'm like, yeah, that really sucks. Because I've had my money locked up in here for months, dude, for months. And people who just came in and won the jackpot, and they won like $3,000 in the 3,000 gold in the jackpot. Like, to me, that makes no sense. It was a really weird call for them to do that. It is what it is. Obviously, I'm going to complain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully it does well, but who knows? He's saying Andrew Tate tweeted a coin. Did he? If I go look, bro, did he actually tweet it?
Yeah, he did. He's been on a rampage this morning.
Where? Oh, everyone send me coins. What the heck? Is he doing a pre-sale? Apparently he tweeted some coin Madonna. Did I? Here. Oh, bought 10K of Madonna. Oh man, what's he doing? Is he hacked?
I think
Did Madonna run?
I think he's just being him.
Yeah. But I thought he was never gonna shill coins, and then he took the paycheck and he started shilling. What was it? Roost was the coin.
Yeah.
Hey, if they paid him well, it is what it is. But yeah, just on blast. Are you still farming anything? Are you still doing, like, do you think anybody still cares about fantasy other than Clemente?
Clemente does. Clemente loves fantasy. He definitely did double down, and it's funny because like fantasy's down like 95%, and then it went up like 2x overnight, and he's like, I knew my conviction would pay off. And I'm
hey, if like he's up, bro, if he's up.
Well, you know that meme where it's insanely down, and then there's like that, and then there's like that one little like it's up like a little bit, and then it's like, let's fucking go. Like that's like the meme that it reminds me of. Yeah, I mean, fantasy top, I honestly think that it is, especially like if you cared about it the past 2 weeks, it's a good farm because you can go get like there's a lot less people that are playing in the tournaments. You can get a lot better cards for cheaper prices. And if you are farming for gold, then like it is good. But I think that what happened was that the cards became so overpumped and there wasn't as much gold. So it was like you were mainly like playing fantasy and you were buying cards because you could flip the cards themselves. But now I think it's more of like a farm, because everything is like a lot more appropriately priced, I guess is my point. So I'm not like, I don't love fantasy, like, you know, and it was an experiment for sure. But yeah, I think if you wanted to take like 1 ETH and basically say like, can I farm like fantasy points and can I farm like gold, then I think it probably would have been worth it. But I'm just at the point where and I guess this is like, I'll like drop this, but like one thing that like I'm probably going to heavily go into in the next like 2 to 3 weeks is Colony, because it's like trading cards and RWAs, like that kind of thing. And I think it's underfarmed. And so
that's your realm. That's your world, the trading cards. I mean, I know a lot of people were posting about the gold distribution through Kettle, and they're kind of doing the math. If gold's at $6, I'll be in profit. And then they're ordering watches.
Dude, with Kettle, you could buy one of their boxes for like, I think like, so there were a lot of different tiers, but if you revealed a box, you got like a lot of gold. Like there was like for a certain tier, like I think the box was like 10 grand, and I think you get like 300 to 400 gold just for opening and revealing it. So like let's say it's 400 and then gold is $7 each, like that's $2,800 plus you're basically getting a watch that's like worth around that. So it depends on
But
which
it's worth
one you
less.
reveal.
No, yeah, you have to get lucky on the reveal too.
Yeah, you do have to get lucky on the reveal, but my numbers could be totally off because I think that
If
I think
if you're playing the numbers game and you're buying in bulk and then you hit one rare, it could like, if not, maybe you're breaking even with the gold and the watches. But then if you hit one rare, you're chilling. Then you're in profit. Maybe that's what Cyrus is doing.
Cyrus is just he's so smart.
Hmm.
He's basically just, and this is how I know that he operates. He basically just stops doing everything except for what is like the most important thing at that given time. And he has just been farming blast. Like imagine just like tuning out meme coins, tuning out NFTs and everything, and just only focusing on blast. And then when there's a new protocol that comes out, you look into it, you see if there's like a way that you can get into it, you do it and you farm it. I mean, he's got to have I mean, I know he has a ton of different accounts. This dude's got to have like 20K gold, if not more. He has to have more than that. Like, I would bet you that Cyrus is going to make a post saying that he made like 800 to $1 million, if not more. I could even I may be low. Like, I don't know how many points he has.
Yeah, you could. I mean, you could search the leaderboard. I'm sure if I control F'd, I'd be able to find him on this. Yeah, here he is. Boom. He has 32K gold on his main account.
32,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
And 660 million points.
So 32K. Let's just call it $10 per gold. 320K.
On this account, he probably has sub accounts where he referred himself and all. Yeah, he's cooking.
Yeah.
JE here says, I mean, Clemente bought the bottom of fantasy. We love Clemente, dude. I want him to be up. I love Clemente. We're at saying anything bad. It just he posts a lot about fantasy, and he was at one point he was posting losses, right?
Yeah.
I think that's why, because somebody said Clemente is down bad on fantasy. I have no idea. I hope he's up. I hope for his bag he's up.
Look, the thing is like I definitely respect him for doubling down on it. Like he identified it. I know he's been doing a lot of like blast content and stuff. And it's just like in a situation like that where you go so hard initially and then the whole thing kind of just like collapses, you're better off continuing to do it. Like you're better off like focusing on it, because then it's like, all right, you've already like for someone like me, right? Like I went and I did fantasy. I flipped a couple cards. I think I made like an ETH on it, but like I'm not going to get any of the gold benefits or anything. So like I would
the gold I got was minimum, dude. I was placing 1,000 of 18,000. I was getting like 5 gold for a tournament. So I was like, okay, what's the point of this? Yeah. And then I'm like, and the cards were way up. I was up 2 ETH on cards. So I was like, okay, I'm dumping all this. And I sold, and then the cards tanked. So I'm happy I sold, and I made barely any gold. It's on like a secondary wallet because of the way Blast works, where I had to link it. And it's like, yeah, I guess I'll go claim it, but it's going to be like, I guess if it's worth it's going to be $100 and something. Like, yeah, nothing to write home about. The Blur points will be converted to Blast token. Yeah, if you were farming Blur on their website, if you had it staked, it's going to convert as well. Oh, and like the points, I guess, for bidding and all that. Yeah. YOLO games sucks for gold unless you are dropping big bags. I haven't checked my gold distribution actually on YOLO.
YOLO is not worth. It's fun if you like to gamble, but when you're talking about a farm, it is like quite literally one of the most risky farms if you're just farming.
Yeah, I wasn't playing really YOLO. I was playing Poke the Bear and Moon or Doom. So I only have 133K points, which like while you're doing it, you're like, yo, I'm cooking on points. But then you go to YOLO and you're like, oh, okay, this guy's he put in 0.3 and he's making, 60K point. He's making almost half my points in one spin. So it's like that really removed my motivation for grinding points here. I think I did see their deal floating around though, so I think their token is happening soon. That's the other thing you have to remember. A lot of the stuff we're farming here is going to have its own token, so you're getting double Like if Kettle has its own token, you're also going to make money there. If YOLO is going to have their own token, I haven't read what their terms are yet, so I don't know if it's a good investment. But if you look at 9gag CEO was why am I going to my own profile? I saw 9gag CEO commented on the post. Yeah, right here. What meme on the stake? They posted a stake, so it seems like it's going to be the next token on Memeland through Stakeland. So it seems like their token is coming soon. So you're going to get a token here. I know Cambria is going to have a token, and I've been grinding that literally daily. So I hope I cook, on gold that I'm getting through Cambria, which I'm really excited to see the third distribution. I'm pretty much break even for the gambling against other players, or I hope I am. But I also won. They have weekly payouts. They also have the Excalibur. If you win Excalibur, that's money. I won one of their weekly payouts. It was like I was in the top 25 of doing certain types of battles with enough volume. I'm hoping I get it this time as well for boxing, because they just introduced a new fighting method, which is boxing. So you make money there, and I'm getting gold, and I'm going to get their token. So when everybody launches tokens, it's like you're not only farming one thing, Wasabi token and all these different protocols doing tokens. So there's multiple ways that you can earn here, not just through gold. So even though you might not be getting, Fantasy is going to have their own token. So there's different ways of making money here. YOLO token, yeah, also coming to Stakeland. Yeah, exactly. We don't know when. I messed up and I accidentally did. I had a lot of exposure to Mon already, so I wanted to save my points and not do Mon through Stakeland, but I didn't. You have to opt out as opposed to opting in. So I didn't opt out. I have to go claim my Mon. I was waiting for the 7 days to. Oh wait, it's already live on Memeland. I didn't even see Stakeland. Let's go see. Oh, there it is. Thank you. Thank you, Fahad. So it is live. So it wasn't a mystery. I wasn't uncovering anything. Okay, but you can't do the questing yet. They just announced it. Oh no, it's right here. I'm blind. So follow them. Yeah, so you can get points. So this stuff is free to farm. I think you do need to hold a small amount of meme, but you can go buy meme for pennies. And then get points. Yeah, for retweeting and all. So that's going to be the next one. Yeah. I think that's it for everything we're going to talk about. Let me just scroll through. Oh yeah, I guess I was going to say Wolf Game was hot for like 10 seconds. And I don't see anybody talking about Wolf Game on the timeline for Blast in terms of Blast farming. I guess when they have a first gold payout, I don't know if they already did. Maybe then everybody's going to be posting about them again. Did you participate in Wolf Game?
No, not at all.
I claimed like one wool worth, and then I started walking the cave, and I was like, yeah, I'm not clicking around in this cave all day. Hopefully it's worth it for people who do, but Fantasy released new tournament with unlimited entries per account and 4 different tournaments. Yeah, I saw they were doing a bunch of different tournaments, but I've sold all my cards. I don't have anything. If you guys had to bet between NFTs or ordinals, which should you guys have exposure to for the next 3 to 6 months? I'd say meme or tokens, altcoins and meme coins. That's a good question. If I actually had to pick between NFTs and probably ordinals, dude, because that's what I hold. I sold most, other than captains, I've sold pretty much all my NFT. I mean, I have random stuff, but like the main collections that everybody knows, I only have captains. I'm pretty sure if I go through my wallet. So, but ordinals, I have, OMBs and a few other collections. So I guess I'm right. Like money where my mouth is, I'm gambling on ordinals more than I am on NFTs, unless like captains, there's a token attached to it where it's priced higher, where I could see the benefit, the monetary benefit of holding it, and I'm getting these daily payouts through Stakeland. Yeah, I have two captains right now. It's like, this is one of the only NFTs I hold. I've held these things since mint. Yeah. Versus my ordinals bag, there's some collections they're down bad right now. They're down, there's OMB, there's Node Monkeys, and there's Puppets that are like the main ones. So I guess I would vote ordinals, but I would vote neither. As if I had the choice to put my money elsewhere, which I do. I've been buying meme coins and altcoins, like AI coins, not other than Prime, no gaming coins, because I have a lot of exposure through my deal flow. I posted about some of my deals on Twitter, and a lot of them are gaming. Where is it here? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gaming projects that I'm waiting for. So I have a lot. I mean, Avalon, I'm extremely excited for. I think this one's going to do well. I like Matrix a lot. I have to open they gave me some boxes. I have to go open those. But yeah, I'm just waiting for a lot of these projects to drop. And then I bought a bunch of meme coins because I have no like exposure to memes. So I just started buying. So instead of buying NFTs, I kind of sold a lot of NFTs and bought tokens instead.
I'm like watching Poke the Bear and YOLO right now.
Dude, it's really fun. It's fun, but it's your odds. I played a lot, dude. It's fun to you join VC with somebody and you just we could try one if you want. There's 2 rooms open.
No.
Why not? It's fun. It's gambling.
No. I lost 0.5 ETH on YOLO, and I said I would never.
0.03, bro. Come on. You're rich.
What? No.
I'm joining.
I'm not doing it.
I'm joining. What? Wait, we were not able to estimate. The round.
Not
closed.
Even for the stream.
Somebody took my spot.
Yeah. I'm also looking forward to some of the investment rounds, but I've basically written them off as zero just because like so many of them are doing so bad. Portal's still good though. I'm collected so much from Portal. I love Portal.
YOLO TGE is June 12th. Nice. See, I didn't do any research this morning. Okay, so it's coming really soon in 5 days. That's weird. I saw the investment round going around this morning. I'll have to read through those terms. But it might be worth farming. Yeah, maybe I'll play a bit. Maybe I'll play a little bit. It's funny because when you start playing, you see like Louis. I see this guy all the time. He's currently in 2 rooms.
There's some people that they just sit in one room and they're just like, just let me, like they join in.
I would have lost, dude. I would have been in 6th position and I would have lost. See, now my strat though is my friend thought of this. He's like, okay, what are the odds of somebody losing twice in the 6th position? So he waits and then he'll enter that position. Sorry, I cut you off though. What'd you say?
No, that actually is smart.
The multiple room. Yeah, but it's because you could join multiple. I could join 30 in a row and it'll auto join for me.
Yeah, I like the concept of YOLO, but my thing is that I put 0.5 ETH into it and I lost every one. And I was like, okay, like you couldn't have let me win one time. Like if I lose like all those times, I was just like, whatever. Cause then like, I don't know, it was just bad. But yeah, so I know we're over and the Roaring Kitty stream is going live in 7 minutes. So
yeah, I have a call as well. I just wanted to win this live on stream in front of everybody. I need somebody. Ash, you got to join, man. You can't leave me hanging. Come on. Somebody joined. Somebody joined.
Definitely.
Let's go. I better not lose. If I lose, I'm fudding. Need to hop off. Thank you for being here, Alfredo. We're gonna end it anyways in a second. Yeah, but very minimal points for doing this. But I think I'm on a win streak, a good of like 12 in a row for Poke the Bear. So I need to get my points up. I need to win more. Okay, he won. The goal is you want somebody else to lose, man. You need them to lose. So you're voting that. Oh, here it is. Here we go, bro. Here we go. Am I losing live on stream? Poke that bear. Poke. Wake up, bear. Yes, I won.
Nice.
See, easy money, boys. Easy money. Making points, farming the token, and we win at Poke the Bear. Who's gonna lose?
You know, the alpha might actually be to go into the caves that have 6 people and you just farm.
That's what I've been doing. I only play the 6. Okay, this guy died. Yeah, I only play the rooms that have 6 people because I don't want to go like, I don't want my odds to be 1 and 2. And then I'm paying YOLO a fee. So it's like a casino at that point. It's like betting on black or red, but there's like a fee they're taking every time. So it's like flipping a coin. If you flip it 1,000 times, you're going to be at 50% roughly. but they're taking a fee every time. You're not going to be in profit.
True.
I guess the way you have to look at it is, oh, I'm farming points. I'm not. See, now I'm addicted. I'm joining again. Oh no, somebody joined. Darn. All right, guys, I got to jump on a call. Roaring Kitty starting as well. I'm gonna have that on the side because I did buy some Kitty and GME while we were streaming. So hopefully that pans out well. Thank you everybody for watching. We will see you next Friday, 10:30 a.m. We post videos all week though on our Twitter, on our YouTube. Appreciate everybody watching. Yeah, catch us next week. Peace. End stream, loading.